all right, whatever, it's a hobby, I'm gonna treat it as that. And that's actually, I'm gonna tell you, that's the best thing to do. Treat it as a hobby. Treat it as that, treat it as a love, as a passion. If you're gonna go into woodworking, treat it like that. If you're gonna go into crafting or sculpting or painting or cosplaying, treat it as a hobby. Unless an opportunity arises for you, then it might actually end up being a job. And then put some effort, I mean, still put your heart and soul into it if you want to. That's the whole thing. It's not for everyone. I'm gonna tell you it is a lot of work. These 15, 20-minute videos you see YouTubers put up take 5 to 6 to 8 hours to actually do in real life. Because, as I mentioned in opening ceremonies, I can't count how many times we've tried recording games. Nick up here, these two up there are also fellow YouTubers as well. You guys do the whole Comic Clowns and everything. You are part of Comic Con.
No, he's just a little lackey today.
He is. And he knows what I'm talking about there. You can go through and do all kinds of recordings, and it can be like the best recording ever, and it didn't record your audio. Or your video feed was running too hard on the processor and it made your video skippy. Or you were running too many things at once, because a lot of times if you record with others, you might be running Skype for the audio of other people you're playing with or any of the new apps, and you were running Facecam software and anything else, and your computer's like, I'm running too hard, I can't do this. That's why it's just, it doesn't always work right. But that doesn't mean it's never anything you need to get into. It is one of the most entertaining hobbies I've ever done, and if you want to go for it, go for it. And I'm here to show you some cool stuff, some good software to start with, tips and tricks. A lot of people think that they're going to get into YouTube and be like, you're going to be like the next big millionaire, and I'm going to tell you, probably not. I got a chance to interview whoever here has heard of the Completionist thing. I got to interview him at Indie PopCon earlier this June, and I asked him, I said, actually, I will show you the video. Let's see. But I got to ask him what AnimeCons, we've got Indie PopCon 2017. Also, make sure your stuff's organized, because if you're trying to record so much stuff, you're gonna lose track where a lot of stuff is. Do I still have it on the desktop? Yep, it's right here. So, Completionist, yeah, it's right here. All right, weird. We got an opportunity to meet with them at the bar afterwards and anything, because usually they're really crowded out. But I asked him simply, what is your honest opinion to anyone who wants to get into YouTube? Aaron is an amazing man from the Normal Boots crew, but I have a few questions. Sure. And you have a few simple pointers to starting YouTubers. What would be a few things?
Don't do it. What are you doing? I would say the hardest thing about doing YouTube is putting something that you love and know, and sticking to it. That's always the hardest thing. I would say if you're going to do a Let's Play, don't do it, because everyone does that. If you want to do reviews, don't do that, because everyone does that. I think the most important thing is 3 things. Consistency, making what you love, and making sure that what you love is not the same thing as what everyone else is making. Those 3 things, they seem super complex, look stuff, but I think at the core is what that is all about. A lot of people, you know, they see Markiplier, they see Jackson the guy that comes and they go, oh, I want to be a Let's Player. But instead of saying I should be a Let's Player, it should be how do I change the game? What's beyond the X-Play? What's the next Let's Play thing? Is it reviews? Is it game theory? Is it interviews? Is it documentaries? What is the next thing on YouTube? If you're trying to do what everyone else is doing, nobody's going to look for it. And that's the biggest thing. You're going to forget or you'll realize YouTube is the search engine. It is a place to search for videos. It's not just people. So make stuff and let people go search for it. And that's the biggest thing. And from there, you're going to press all the place.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. You have a nice night. So basically, as he put it, is make it something that you love and you want to do. Make it something that you feel is distinctly you. If you want to do speed builds, do speed builds. If you want to do, our friend Jeff, who records with us, his mom does scrapbooking, and she does scrapbooking on her channel. A lot of people look up online. It's that I'll use YouTube a lot. I'm like, I'm having a technical issue with this program, and I'll search it up there, and it'll show me how to fix it. Try and find it as a reason of something you would be searching for, something you would look for, something you'd be like, I want to do this. I mean, you guys do a lot of Let's Plays, you guys do a lot of interviews, podcasts. Don't get me wrong, I still do Let's Plays myself because I do them because I think they're fun and I enjoy it. I don't expect much out of it. But a lot of simple software to start off with. A lot of people think that when you get into YouTube that you need to be like, I need like a $5,000 computer, I need all the RAM in there, I need all this expensive software. Honestly, start out with the PS4 or an Xbox One, a simple Elgato system, which is like maybe $100, like a recorder, or PS4s will record on their own. I mean, you can just record software out there and just work with that. If you guys want to try anything like that, it is the cheapest setup you can ever do. Most people already have consoles as they are. Go with that. Live stream, it'll pop right to Twitch or to YouTube or Dailymotion or anything like that, and just have fun with it. Because too many people I've come across, I mean, it's like, I've done a lot of research on this over the years of trying to figure out what I do. YouTube doesn't really do a good job of explaining to you how it works. It's a lot of, you have to figure it out on your own. It's like, here's a quest, and we're not telling you the rules. And you have to go and you have to find other people like this. So a lot of us will convene a lot on how and whatnot. Hello, welcome to the panel.
Hi, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you better be sorry.
If you want to get into it on a computer-wise, I mean, you're more than welcome to get onto it on a computer-wise, because a lot of people do this that significantly want to get into heavy PC gaming, and that's good. Her younger brother is a good example of what not to do when you get into it. He watches what? Filthy Frank and who else? A couple others.
Probably along those lines.
But he kept having it in his head that he had to
Casey
have like
Neistat,
this,
there we go, prime example.
these $2,000 plus PCs and everything. I'm like, well, I mean, are you gonna use them heavily for PC gaming? Well, no, I'm just gonna do it so I can record stuff. And I'm like, you don't really need a rig that strong. That's a lot of money. Well, but you know what? You're gonna get it. He got it, and he's got almost like 40 gigs of RAM in there. Nice dual monitors. I mean, it's a beautiful
Actually, 3
computer.
monitors now.
But now he doesn't want to touch it half the time because he can't learn how to record it or anything like that. And he's just like, oh, I don't want it anymore. I'm like, I'll gladly take it off his hands. It'll be great. You need so much RAM when you record and process this stuff. It's not even funny.
Do you want to know a fresh hell I discovered? Depending on what format you're using for a render, a 30-minute video that I only put 4 edits into took 30 minutes to render.
Oh, yeah.
A hour-long video with 12 edits took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
A 10-minute video with 1 edit took 2 hours. And I sat there going, I don't know what my life is anymore.
Gear that you're going to use will affect how long it takes to edit and record and anything like that. And I'm going to show you guys some old examples of when I first got in. I started out with very basic setup. An old 6 gig RAM laptop, a simple headset, $20 thing, and like cheapo digital camera. And you can tell the quality to that. But it's the whole thing is I'm going to say is that you don't want to invest the money into it unless you're seriously going to use it. Or if you don't like it, you can use the stuff for other things. So like my digital cameras and stuff I record for, I do photography on the side. So I always make sure that works for that. There's a lot of people that do like digital photography for like weddings and friends and things like that. But you could also use it as a DSLR to record with. I don't suggest using that as your webcam because it's a real quick way to fry your camera, constantly running it long and hard. But little videos here and there is great. I know everyone in the room has something like what I have in my pocket right here, your cell phone. Your cell phone is a really good base thing to start with. So most of these cell phones run on 16 megapixels and can hold for so long and will upload right to YouTube. Real easy to work with. I know a couple soccer moms that do the stuff where they'll put it up on one of the, selfie sticks and they'll record what they do. Easiest investment to get into if you want to try this, because I can't harp enough. You want to make sure you want to do this before you get into it, because it is not an easy job to do. But if you put your heart and soul into it, it's one of the funnest jobs you will do. Don't expect any results because you never know if you're gonna. It is dumb luck. I'm gonna tell you this, I can put up the same amount of tags that he might, and we might upload the same video but just 2 different spots into things. So like say, example, we went to the Markiplier You're Welcome tour this summer, and we went and videotaped it so people who couldn't make it to it can watch it. And there was a channel I saw, because you'll see like linked likes, they'll be like, oh, this is similar videos with it. that the person had like maybe 200 subs and hardly no views. I'm like, oh, okay, and I watched his, and it was like mid-quality video, but because it was one of the first ones to go up, the guy in a matter of a week shot up to 100,000 likes on his video. If it's something that people will search through, is that they'll go for it. And you can put up a high quality, like great camera video of something, or interviews with certain voice actors, or con videos, or Stuff of the Masquerade, or it could be that. But if you're 3 months behind it coming on out, no one might not search it because it's not a current thing. Like popular things, like when Undertale came on out, a lot of things, it's just, that's the boom, that's the trending thing. That's the thing to keep an eye out for, is what's trending on YouTube. So, but like a basic software, anything that's really good to start with. I suggest a good mid-level software program. You can get nicer ones out there. For amateurs, you can rent it for $10 a year, or you can pay the $50 for it, is Wondershare. Wondershare is a very simple, easy format to get into, that even if you're gonna use like basic video editing or photo editing or whatnot, you can use some basic stuff with it. A lot of people think you have to spend the $1,200 for like Adobe, and I'm like, don't really get Adobe unless you really want to work with it. Wondershare is a real simple format to work with, real easy to learn. A lot of people went like, oh, I'm going to use like Windows Media Maker to try these videos. I'm sure I was going to hear a laugh from Nick up front on that. None?
I'll let you keep going.
Oh, okay. Windows Media Maker is not bad if you already have it on your thing, but if anyone's ever messed with it, knows it crashes constantly. So, I mean, you're willing to try it, but it's more of at your own risk.